The woods can be dense for our acts. The sea can be deep for our diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So I went to an East Coast meeting just now. Different. Put it that way. I enjoyed it. I mostly enjoyed it because I didn't have to do anything. Because a lot of times I go to a meeting, I'm probably doing something, probably co-hosting or reading, so it was nice to kind of just sit back and relax and listen. And listen. There's things I didn't agree with. There were things I did agree with. You know, I am Heat. I am Groot. I am. Yeah. So what it does, and because you guys probably don't see this, but on my screen it lets me know how much time I've been alive, how long I've been alive, and then it lets me know how many people are on. Okay, and that number is never correct. So it bounces up and down, but it's never really necessarily correct. Unless, even when it says 0, it's not always true. So today's the last day of the estate sale. Of course I did. I am Het. I'm Groot. And then I'll be so glad that all these people are out of the house. I'm ready. Need to be done and stuff, but I've had to put decorating and cleaning and all sorts of stuff on hold. And now it's really starting to bother me. I'm a Virgo, and I like things not cluttered. There's got to be some kind of feng shui to my madness in my home. I like a comfortable home. Okay? Not only do I like a comfortable home, but when people come over to my house, I want them to feel comfortable. That's how I am. And actually that's not true. Actually right now I'm going to have a toddler for 2 days. And don't own a toddler. Do you realize I have children? I have 5 grandkids. This will be the last toddler in my house for now, anyway. Unless, of course, Isaac comes by. Now my son and daughter and their son are going to be staying a few days. There's something going on at their house. Landlord needs to take care of it, things like that, right? So let's go do introductions and let's get started on Is Sobriety My Only Concern? Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. If you're here, please say hello. Whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Hi, Amber. Hi, Amber. I've got a couple readings for us. One is going to be some Hazelden literature, which will actually soon be approved AA literature. I've been waiting years on that. Hazelden literature, aside from, actually, I think it's a little bit better than AA literature, besides the first 164 pages. But Hazelden has some fantastic programs They have some fantastic books, and I like their data time. So we're gonna pull it out. And what I like about Hazleton is they don't just talk about alcoholism. They talk about isms, and they understood, that. So Hazleton will help. They're just recovery, if that makes sense. It doesn't matter what your addiction is; they will help you. Sound familiar? Right? So the primary purpose of the program is freedom from addiction. Without freedom, we have nothing. Okay? So without my sobriety, I don't stand a chance. I don't. Okay? But we've got to go further than that. We're talking about the sober horse thief here. So, if you have not heard this line before, the way that it goes is if you have a drunk horse thief and you get him sober, what you have is a sober horse thief. Probably better at stealing horses. Probably going to get away with a little bit more because they're not drunk. Okay? But that doesn't mean I can say, for example, sobriety is my only concern, except for my drinking. All right, so alcohol, food, porn, it was part of the solution. Okay? I want you to think of it that way. But it didn't work, correct. But it was still part, you utilized it as a solution. And it didn't work. In fact, what it did is it exacerbated what was going on. You were already depressed, and then you put alcohol down you, which is a depressant. Guess what? You become more depressed. So it's a wonder that a lot of alcoholics and addicts and people that have addictions will make the supreme sacrifice, which to say is suicide or overdose, intentional overdose, not accidental. I'm really a super person, so give me sobriety and I got it made. It's like a little boy whistling in the dark, trying to keep his spirits up. We knows darn well he's got lurking notions. You know what a lurking notion is? A lurking notion means, let's say you're alone for the weekend and you can get away with drinking. Or when my daughter gets married, I can go ahead and drink. I never saw that. That might be hard for me to watch. I don't know why cutting bothers me so much. I don't know. I wasn't a cutter. I understand it. I do. But for some reason it just scares the fuck out of me. But just being honest. If I delude myself with such specious nonsense, let's just take out the adverb there. With such nonsense, I'll make so little progress with my real life problems and responsibilities that I'll likely return to my addiction. Sorry, Amber, I can't do two things at once right now for some reason. I get it. I'll have to check it out. There. Okay. Now I got this. Okay. So let me finish the rest of this and I'm going to get to the book. Okay. Yeah. Good idea. All right. That's why the program's 12-step urge to practice these principles in all my affairs. Am I living just to be free of chemical dependence, or also learn to serve and to love? Okay, You may have chemical dependence, which means you're not utilizing that as your solution at the present moment. But it's all that it changes. Okay? If you are a person who is hopeless like me, that is not going to make much of a difference. What it does is it slows down. What it does do, there are some good things for it. It slows down the suicide process. Because for me, drinking alcohol is suicide on the installment plan. See, once I knew I was an alcoholic and continued drinking, knowing it was killing me, what do you think that is? That's suicide. Okay. So don't tell me you didn't. You did. We got to be honest with ourselves. Don't tell me that you never ever relapsed. That gets me. You never ever once promised somebody that you would quit drinking and it didn't work. Bullshit. I call bullshit. Pure 100% bullshit. You just don't want to be honest about it. You want to be terminally unique. Also, I'm so tired of hearing everybody's dates again and again. Stop it. Yes, I need this. No, I don't. All right, so I'm trying to find. Okay, there was something in the beginning. All right, so our rule. Where is it? Okay. I'm going to start on page 100 down at the bottom. Assuming we are spiritually fit, we can do all sorts of things alcoholics are not supposed to do. People have said that we must not go where liquor is served. We must not have it in our homes. We must shun friends who drink. We must avoid moving pictures which show drinking scenes. We must not go into bars. Our friends must hide their bottles if we go to their houses. We mustn't think or be reminded of alcohol at all. Our experience shows this is not necessarily so. And good luck. Good luck. Okay. I'll give you a great example. I've set my ad preferences with Facebook a lot. And they still shove alcohol ads down my throat. Still. Okay. They do not care. They don't care. Facebook does not give a fuck about my recovery. Okay. So what? Okay. If I focus on that, I have what's called an alcoholic mind. Okay. Is it right? No. Can I handle it? Yeah. Yeah, I can. Okay. We meet these conditions every day. An alcoholic who cannot meet them still has an alcoholic mind. There is something the matter with his spiritual status. Period. There is something wrong. We are spiritually sick. And we must overcome that spiritual malady, or we're going to continue stealing horses. You will just keep stealing horses. And sooner or later, because of your anger, your resentments, your lack of being able to forgive other people, will either put you in jail or 6 feet under. One of the two. You don't need alcohol in you to be nuts. I don't. I'm not trying to brag. At one point, I think I was like 6 years sober, the first time I was sober. I remember standing on the corner shouting up into the world about how much I fucking hated everything. Right in the corner, traffic, everything. Going nuts. Okay. Now I'm going to move to page 102. Why sit with a long face where there is drinking, sighing about the good old days? If it is a happy occasion, try to increase the pleasure of those there. Oh, so maybe instead of, okay, does it say look for an exit plan? Does it say, all these suggestions that we get in the program, they're not in here. That's not what it says. That's not what it says. It says to go and add to the experience for other people. That's what it says to do. It's telling you to go and be a better person. You cannot hate alcohol. You cannot hate food. You cannot hate porn. You will not get anywhere with your disease if you continue to hate it. You're going to have to accept it and come to an agreement. That agreement for me being I don't drink anymore. Period. Doesn't matter what it is. Okay? I have a disease where if a drop of alcohol touches his tongue, there's a good chance it's going to want more. And it is beyond my control. So therefore, I need to take care of myself each day. And if you focus on that day and what it is that you are doing, you're going to be a lot more successful. I wish everybody would just stop counting time so they could see what happens in their lives when we don't worry about it. Nobody cares how much time you have. What are you doing today to make the world a better place? What are you doing today to make the world a better place? Well, I have 7 years. So that is a personal achievement. Okay? I don't hear us celebrating somebody's 1 year for like 3 weeks. So I'm not going to do it for somebody with over 20 years. I'm not. I've gone to meetings with my mom. She doesn't say how much time she has. Why? Because she knows it doesn't matter. That's between her and her higher power. That's not what it's about. In fact, it's about to tell us what it is. Okay. So if you do, try and increase the pleasure of those there. If it is a business occasion, go and attend to your business enthusiastically, not with I better work on an escape plan. No, you got God. God is your escape plan. You do not need to escape. You're free. You're free. So don't put yourself in the damn bubble. You're doing that to you. You're doing that to you. If you're a person who wants to eat in a bar, if you're with a person who wants to eat at a bar, by all means go along. Let your friends know they do not need to change their habits on your account. No, they don't. At a proper time and place, explain to all your friends why alcohol disagrees with you. I'm going to tell you now, they already know. People are not stupid, okay? You're not stupid, and your friends probably aren't stupid either. They can see this stuff. They can see what you're contributing to life. If you do this thoroughly, few people will ask you to drink. Nobody. Anybody that I have ever told that I am an alcoholic has never, ever, ever offered me a drink. Ever. Okay? But I kind of have this voice. So when I say no, people think, okay, well, I'm going to piss him off. So I have a little bit of that. Don't start to withdraw. Okay, while you were drinking, you were withdrawing from life little by little. Now you're getting back into the social life of the world. Don't start with to withdraw again just because your friends drink liquor. What if somebody is at that place and ends up needing help? Guess who's going to be the one that's going to be able to take care of it? You are. Because you decided, you know what? There's going to be alcohol there, but there's some cool people there, and I really want to see them. And I think if I go, I could probably add to this and make it even better for them. I'm capable of doing that now. So why should I not? What is that? That's making the world a better place. Who gives a fuck if they drink? That has nothing to do with me. But now we're going to get to the sauce here, my friends. We're going to get to the sauce. Okay. Your job now. It even tells us our new job is to be at a place where you can be of maximum helpfulness to others. So never hesitate to go anywhere if you can be helpful. That means you can go anywhere. Because our way of life works for anybody. Heck, we just had a normie on here the other day saying, this shit makes sense. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Has nothing, notice it has nothing to do with alcohol. Nothing. You should not hesitate to visit the most sordid spot on earth to run such an errand. Keep on the firing line with these motives and God will keep you unharmed. Okay, we're doing a 12-step call, but we're going down to 5 points. No, you're fucking going. I did a lot of 12-step calls in 5 points. I was in the Phoenix concept, 2 blocks away. You bet. It was about community. Nobody ever treated me like shit in 5 points. Ever. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to, okay, so this is kind of the part. Aside from your job now is to be at the place where you be maximum helpfulness to others. That is the main thing here. That is step 12, in, through, out. Okay, responsibility statement. When anyone, anywhere reaches out for help, I want the hand of God to be there. Yes, I'm changing it to God. And for that, I am responsible. Why am I changing it? Because I don't help just alcoholics. I will help anybody that reaches out their hand. I will grab it and I will help pull them up. I don't care what they've done. I don't care where they've been through. I don't care what they look like. I don't care about any preferences. All I know is this is a human being. This is a child of God that needs my help. And I said yes. And that's all that matters. The rest of it's just fluff. We're careful never to show intolerance or hatred of drinking as an institution. Yeah, you can't do that. I fucking hate it. Nobody wants to listen to you rant about how much you hate alcohol. Okay? Nobody wants to hear that. What they would love to hear is, hey, I'm taking responsibility for my actions. I decided to drink alcohol, and this is what happened to me. That may happen to you. It may not. If it does, I want you to know that I'm here to help. That's it. And they think there's going to be more, but there's not. That's unconditional love. And we must carry it around in our hip pocket at all times. Because you never, ever know. Right? Earlier, I was talking about some things that people didn't know about me, right? Like my name. Like how people thought I was gay for a long time, okay? That stuff doesn't bother me. It doesn't, okay? But then I need to remember, hey, Dion, people don't know everything that you went through. So, gosh, vice versa. Crisscross applesauce, right? Experience shows that such an attitude is not helpful to anyone. Every new alcoholic looks for the spirit among us, which is immensely relieved when he finds out we are not witch burners. So imagine you're at a party and there's drinking going on, and there is one person there, and they're trying to figure out whether they want to stop drinking or not, and they know that you quit drinking, so they're kind of watching you. I've seen one person get sober in a group of friends, and I've seen the whole group get sober. Their name was Aerosmith. Then Motley Crue joined on. Rat. Did you guys know that most of them are sober? Like 20, 30 plus years of sobriety? I'm not shitting you. And you can do this too. And I know because I'm doing it right now. A spirit of intolerance might repel alcoholics whose lives could have been saved had it not been for such stupidity. We would not even do the cause of temperate drinking any good, for not one drinker in 1,000 likes being told anything about alcohol by one who hates it. See, when you are intolerant, people shut you out. They're just not, they may be nodding their head or whatever, but they're not listening to you. Right? Someday we hope that Alcoholics Anonymous will help the public to better realization of the gravity of the alcoholic problem. I think they did that. I did. But we shall be of little use if our attitude is one of bitterness or hostility. Drinkers will not stand for it. And here it is, it's italicized. After all, our problems were of our own making. Bottles were only a symbol. Besides, we have stopped fighting anybody or anything. We have to. And I have written after that the promises. So I'm presuming that's my sponsor trying to remind me that those are the 9th step promises. And that if the 9th step promises are coming true in my life, then my only job is to be of maximum effectiveness to God and the world around me. There's one little more part in here, so let's finish it off. So today I pray. May I relish and be grateful for my sobriety, which is where all good things begin. Yes. But let me not stop at that and give up trying to understand myself, the nature of God and of humanity. Freedom from dependency is the first freedom. It's the first one. And not even the best one. I'm going to tell you right now, it feels like the best one because it's been the only one so far. Okay? No, you're going to find new freedoms. You are. And why are they going to be new? Because they're going to be new to you. You will not have felt this way before. Remember, you can only experience something new once. Okay? You will not be able to. So once it happens, it's going to happen again. But it's going to feel different each time, and that's what's different. Before it didn't feel different. I was just getting da. Now it feels different. You ever hear people say that? I've been in and out, but this time it feels different. There's your key. Why? Because they are experiencing something new. Let's say you have somebody that came in for 15 days, went out for a day, another 15 days. They still have those 30 days of sobriety in which they learned something. See how what did time do there? It was an interruption because we need to have this time factor. What if our dates were just the day that we made the decision to stop drinking? What if it was just that date and then time didn't matter after that? Why do we need to be celebrated 30, 60, 90 days? See, encouragement. There's reasons for that. You need that encouragement for the first year. It's true. We all do. Okay? We all do. All right. May I be certain that there are more to come. Yep. Freedom from tight-mindedness, from the unrest of bottled up feelings, from overdependence on others, from a godless existence. May the program which answered my acute needs also answer my chronic ones. Those are kind of the same thing. Okay. Today I'll remember sobriety is just a beginning. And what a great beginning. What a fantastic beginning. The end of an old life and the reemergence into a new one. You're being reborn. Okay? Go read the story about the Phoenix. Okay? Read the story about the Phoenix. That is what we are. Okay? All right. Thank you, Hazelton. All right. Whew. That was a fun one, Amber. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I really do. Right now, I kind of feel like I'm losing some of my friends. Not like that. That sounded weird. Never mind. Don't worry about it. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I love you. Peace out and have a day.